I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University.
You're about to be a no-year student at the Imperial Yume University.
Shit. I could never murder someone.
Not a bad attitude.
What? If I say I do...
You're getting married to law.
Hello everybody, KBTV on the Sun, and welcome back to the first case of the Grey Ace Attorney. We are still in the middle of a pop quiz during a murder trial to make sure Naruhodo knows what he's doing, but you know.
We all really know he doesn't.
In a secret trial, too.
State before the court the cause of death.
The cause of death. Well, obviously, that was,
Ionosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence.
By evidence? But how?
I know it's been a while since the last episode, but you must go back to the court record. Show the cause of death for the professor and select present. Do it now.
We literally only have a student bat, a collar pin. Oh god, I gotta remember not to use my arrow keys.
Oh god, it's the autopsy report.
Uh-huh.
Oh god.
Oh, I can.
The word autopsy report now just hurts me.
Well, congrats. It's a postmortem report, and it's even worse.
That's not better.
Shortly after 2 p.m. Single bullet fired at close range. Fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body.
So there's just a bullet stuck in his body, I guess.
Fun karma all over again. Am I presenting this? Yes. Yes!
I mean, yeah.
Why am I saying yes? Naruhodo's doing it for me. Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
To read, you imbecile! That's the Postmortem Report, I take it!
Ouchie, I swear to God.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The, Postmortem Report.
In the West, a doctor dissects the corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy.
We're not talking about those here.
But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way.
Oh yeah, that's very
Wait, actually,
good.
no, that's not better.
No,
Yeah, that isn't better.
that's
That's
so
what I said.
Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. I got
will
some
be.
news
You're
for
supposed to be
you.
tested on this now.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by a powder explosion. In other words, did you have something to say?
He had to have been, like, right up there, like... Dang.
Yes, that is that's our belief as the prosecution.
Yeah, I can't read.
In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record.
Here you go, KB.
Of the victim. A photographic print that shows the victim. He was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died.
I see what you're going for, KB.
do me a favor. Say extra at the beginning.
Yeah.
Extra,
Yes.
extra.
So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The details is incredible. Aw, I love his innocence.
It's a photograph. This is so cool. You're in trial for murder. Oh, right.
Very well. I am satisfied with your answers.
Are you?
I mean, kind of. Anyway, let us start the trial. What? Why did you do that?
It's an honor thing with him.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
He's still stuck in the past. He's still stuck in
Yeah.
the. He exemplifies the Edo period, which is before the Meiji. He hasn't let
Yeah.
go of it.
You know
He
what?
is-
That's fair. It's just without any context. It's like, wait, why? Hang on.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know the age of the judge, but of all the people we know currently in this case, he is the oldest person in the room.
Yeah, he is.
I believe it.
Oh, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the happened.
Ugh. This is it then.
I think we may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Migatoba? Not the one with the top hat?
Yes, I believe if you're referring to Dr. Wilson, he wore a bowler hat, though. Clearly, you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant.
Of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Sogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma.
Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
Only if you rein in
Honestly,
that crazy
yeah.
headband and control that cold stare first.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's you, Lewis, I think.
Oh god. Wait.
Witness.
I know what voice. I know what voice I'm doing.
Alright. If that's the case, then, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Oh wait, no, he's more serious looking than I thought. Alright, hang on.
You know,
I was going to do the bellboy.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't even realize what I had done when I casted you for him, and I'm like, wow, I just keep casting Lewis with butlers and, like, waiters, apparently.
Apparently. But I was like, no, he looks more serious.
Serious, boy.
What voice speaks to me for you? Let's see. I gave the judge, like, mahogany Dragon Ball Z abridged voice. Let's see. Table, the floor is open for suggestions. I'm blanking.
Serious bellboy.
I guess you're going to sound the same as
like-
Eugen.
Oh, you know what? You'll probably come into a voice once you figure out what his character is. I don't want to suggest anything because it's like, oh, I don't want to out who he is. So like,
Yeah, like, I got nothing right now, so it's just like...
Just roll with it.
Alright. Do a voice, Lewis. Of course! My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival.
I want to get that checked out.
Don't worry about it.
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, Yeah, I even cast you for Angel Star, who also does service, like, stuff, who gives stuff to people. I'm just like, I didn't mean to do it, it just happened.
Why are you trying to cast me in customer service roles? What did I do to you? Does real life not enough, Taisa?
I don't know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It just happened.
It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
No, that's a regular, what? Well,
How much blood do you lose per day?
right? Well, it really, really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred on one of the district's so-called restaurants, in Occidental Eatery, 3 days ago.
Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
Hosonaga. Oh, I guess if you need help pronouncing Japanese names, I'm sure me and KV can help.
Yep.
I mean, I have a general grasp of how to pronounce Japanese names. Did I say it wrong?
It's Naga, not Noga.
Yeah,
That-
Naga.
Did I say Noga?
Sato-
Oh, I misread.
Sato-
That was just me
Satoru-
misreading it then.
Yeah, Satoru holds the Naga.
Don't worry, I was writing his name down last night, and I kept going Honso Gana, and I
Han
was like, wait a
Solo.
minute.
He's
How
Han
am I
Solo.
getting this name?
Give him a Han Solo voice.
At once, sir.
No petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
We're getting our first testimony. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring?
Joke's on you, I aspire to nothing. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place.
It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
I agree to this. Wait.
I mean, he says hi in Japanese, so yes, it would make sense they localized
Yep.
it to yes, but I remember in a lot of the fan translations, they changed it to sir for the
Yep.
for like the fan translation stuff, so I'm sorry, the yes is
No,
so...
this is better.
The yes...
This is better.
The yes placement is just... It makes such good opportunity moments. Hold on.
No, this is better. I found, and then I found him with the gun. Yes.
Yes!
Oh well, that settles it. He's guilty. All right.
No, that's not what I... See, it works in Naruhodo's character, because he'd be like, wait, nope, that's not what I meant.
Hold on. Let me just clarify something here.
Nope. You said yes. You're guilty.
No, I didn't say yes to that. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection!
Oh my god, that objection's so good too from Ouchie.
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But
The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruhodo.
Don't worry, Inosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
ugh. I hate
I
waiting.
may confirm 1 point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with his gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today.
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else there standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table.
What's the matter, Inosuke?
That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table.
Really?
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? What am I doing? What is the gallery telling me? Should I wait and see or should I interject?
Well, we're listening to the testimony, right? I don't know if this works like the older Ace Attorney games, where we have to wait for the full testimony.
What does your gut tell you?
Well, my gut embraces chaos and just wants to interject all the time.
Okay.
But all right.
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection! Dear me. What are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud.
Did you miss the part where he's clearly not a
Yeah, I'm not
usual
actually a
defense
lawyer.
Like,
Yeah. Also, I don't think Ouchie is much of a lawyer either. He's just some dude who got into this position because of ties he had with the previous government system. So, you know.
Probably.
he's just old enough.
Yep.
Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
Did
But-
you miss? Okay, all right. No, I
Look,
can't deal with you.
I may not be a lawyer, but I'm sure of what I saw.
Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of the events is hazy.
No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to. Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume? That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
This doesn't tell us, like, anything else.
Yeah.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir.
I mean, the evidence is also kind of flimsy. He could have just drawn whatever he wanted there.
Yeah.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are.
What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now.
Something certainly seems to have shaken him.
Extra! Waiter's business card. The head waiter's business card. A sketch of the restaurant's layout is in the back.
But whose business card is it?
The waiter's.
Okay, I wasn't clear enough. I just needed to verify.
No. So the court has now heard the persistence of this case.
I mean, look, I don't think I can actually...
If you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do, you cannot do that yet.
Nope, I can't, but... I love
I
how
would
they...
like to point...
I do...
Oh.
I appreciate the translation.
Yeah, exactly. This is unique to the Great Ace Attorney itself. They just kept all the Japanese text there and just put, like, the translations that way. But what did you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to say?
glad this isn't like a pizza restaurant or something.
What I wanted to say is that Itaguchi, which is the entrance, is pretty common kanji for entrance.
Yep.
What confuses me is that there's a more common kanji for kitchen, daidokuro, and that is not the kanji they use here.
Well, remember
Maybe
this
it's
is...
a more modern...
Yeah, maybe it's a modern kanji, and this one is obviously
I know.
Meiji, so...
I know, but I'm just gonna put that out to the ether right now.
If you really want to challenge yourself learning Japanese, get the Great Ace Attorney. There's a lot of kanji and old things that you don't see anymore. That's a fun time. Anyway...
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo.
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
Really? You don't even...
In other words,
I was gonna say, you don't even know why he would murder a person. You didn't even... There's no motive.
Yeah, there's no...
What's the
there's no motive.
The motive is he just did it because.
What? He looked at him funny.
This is a kangaroo court. Is the kangaroo
Kangaroos native to Australia. You'll find none of them here in the glorious nation of Nippon.
I'm looking at one right now.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishments. I call this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of this case to the courts. But I must warn the defense. If you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
Hold up!
Wait,
Hold up!
didn't you say there was no one else?
If there was no one else, how
There
do
was
you
no
have
one-
more than
there-
one sworn witness?
There was no one else at the table.
Oh,
Key difference there.
God. What do you think I should do, Kazuma?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence?
Naruhodo, what the
Yes!
Well, the race attorney just ends right here. Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it. Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. Man, you got nothing to lose. You might as well.
As I said from the outset, I believe your innocence. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing to now throw that trust back in my face? Is that it?
What?
If the accused is in fact innocent, then the defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you just going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Tsuryanosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is.
Rubble, 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 rubble. Japanese rubble, rubble, rubble. Rubble,
Military
rubble.
personnel, rubble, rubble.
Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchi, please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
Sir, I call you a kangaroo.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once.
I'm gonna do so in a very mean fashion.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
I got the old man. Lewis, you have this guy.
I swear to God, he looks like Waluigi.
It's
I'm gonna
a
make him sound like Waluigi.
military Sergeant Waluigi. Let's go.
I'm gonna make him sound like Waluigi. Alright. Wah! Wah! Okay. Yes, sir! The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iesunosa, reporting for duty, sir! Wah!
Myself, I find employed as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the effervescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Kurio Korikuta at your service.
I'm falling asleep, come on! An antique dealer and a soldier? What an unusual pairing!
Both of these gentlemen were present at a restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business.
I can't
Same.
understand a word that old man is saying.
Same. Same. Same.
Luckily, I can interpret old speak. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival.
There's nothing Cosima can't do.
He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them.
Wanna buy my wares, basically.
What do you buy?
What are you
oh,
buying?
Good. I was expecting someone to make that joke.
He obviously targets La Carnival because of its high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative! No, wait. That's not the right voice.
Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war. Sir! It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm. Sir!
This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said.
So, there's decisive evidence that the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start.
Good, own it.
Uh,
Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please.
You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred.
Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir.
is that a baby? What?
Yeah, I heard the noise this time.
Unsavory memories of a most more afternoon. I can't read these words either.
Acerbic.
Acerbic.
Acerbic?
Acerbic, that's what I'm thinking too. What the witnesses saw.
I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
Like I said, talking tactics. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet...
No, wait.
The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. And from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Well, that's wrong.
That's
That's definitely
completely
wrong.
Yep. That's
I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. This definitely has something to do with this case.
I'm just like, wait, what are you talking about, old man?
Well, so you, Sergeant Noza, actually witnessed the vital moment.
You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy.
What? Okay, I'm not sure the old man should have a knife.
What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
Oh my god, he's got a weapon! Take him down!
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Ryunosuke?
Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor.
Maybe don't pick up guns you see lying on the floor. How hard is that?
After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. And then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant, when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Why? I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Oh, so he picked up the gun before the gunshot went off. He just saw it there. Okay.
I feel bad because he was like, "Hey, sir, is this your gun?" Like, he was trying to do the right thing.
I want you to know something.
Yeah?
Yes.
This music that's playing right now, sounds too much like the Super Saiyan 3 music in Dragon Ball Z.
The
Was
Bruce
it?
Falconer one, or the...
Yeah, the Bruce Falconer one.
I'm gonna have to go look at that footage later, because I don't remember all the Dragon Ball
I don't...
songs.
Yeah, okay. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
Yo, that old man has a knife. I mean,
There is? The old man did it!
the old man did it. He's got a knife. Take him down.
Ryunosuke, you must
hold
exercise
on.
your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Also, slice them with my katana.
No, don't
Wait,
slice
what?
anyone. Cross-examine?
Do it now.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty.
There is much room for doubt. I saw like 3 inconsistencies right off the bat.
Don't disrespect your elders, random voice of someone in the courtroom.
You shut up.
To bring this despicable student
Actually, I
to
wanna-
justice.
If you're gonna yell at someone in the gallery, I want you to know that you're yelling at somebody in the military, probably.
I'll have
mean-
you shot.
Yasunosa is also in the military, and
Got real quiet there, didn't you, Ouchie?
I read that line.
Certainly the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt.
No, it fills me with doubt.
Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict.
I love him.
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst?
I am, I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination. He has no, like, I don't care what anyone's saying, I got something to say.
Dear me. Dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy there told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant.
Kazuma
That's my
is
gold
so
nose, apparently.
commanding. I think in the Japanese he just said, Kazuma's so cool. I think it was anyway.
He's clearly so cool, guys.
Yeah.
He's the coolest person in this room.
Certified best friend.
Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Don't worry, this is still a tutorial. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
Expose the lawyers in their
How?
statements. There are lawyers hiding in there.
Yes, the lawyers. If you didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said had. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I got the if. Okay. You didn't fire the gun, which means that what that soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yes, but
It's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence.
right. Evidence.
All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying.
Photo. We have photo.
Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you.
It's a photo. Just show a photo. It's so easy.
Alright, the baby
I love how we move forward to slam the table and then just stopped a little bit. It's like, oh no, wait.
I forgot about his baby slaps! Every
It's
time!
like, hang on. This is still gonna
Look,
stop.
Alright then. It's all or nothing.
I will say, from what I recall, because this
Oh,
is
the
his
cut-ins.
first case, Ryunosuke says some pretty funny stuff when you press people.
God, he does! Okay, but we can't press now because we're out of time. So we're gonna leave it on Mr. Nosa for now. And we'll continue and actually do our first official cross-examination in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys
Old man's
then.
about to hit him with a bottle.
No!
I'm telling you, he's carrying weapons.
He's sus, man.